I'm not sure why I'm writing this. I guess I just need someone to tell me I'm not crazy. It happened last week, early Thursday morning, July 25th. I went to bed around midnight, like usual. I live alone in a one-bedroom apartment on the 3rd floor. It's not a fancy place, but it's safe, or at least I thought it was. I woke up at 3:17 a.m. to the sound of breathing. Not snoring, not wind, breathing, deep and slow, like someone standing nearby, trying not to make noise. I lay there completely still, heart pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. At first, I thought it was coming from the hallway. Maybe a neighbor. Thin walls, right? But it wasn't muffled. It was close. I reached for my phone and turned on the screen. The dim light showed nothing unusual in my room. Door was shut. No shadows. No movement. Still, the breathing continued. Inhale. Exhale. Steady. I held my breath to make sure it wasn't me. It wasn't. I whispered, "Hello," and immediately hated myself for it. The breathing stopped. I stared into the dark for what felt like forever. Then, slowly, I reached over and turned on my lamp. Nothing. No one. But the closet door, it was open just a crack. I never leave it open. Ever. I grabbed the flashlight app on my phone and pointed it toward the closet. Still nothing. Just my coats, some shoes. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling. I didn't go back to sleep. The next day, I checked the whole apartment. Windows locked. Door locked. No signs of anything. I even called maintenance to ask if anyone had been in. They said no. I let it go. Figured maybe it was a half dream. Sleep paralysis. Something like that. But last night, it happened again. 3:13 a.m. this time. Breathing. But softer. This time, I didn't move. I just listened. Then, I swear to God, I heard a whisper. So faint I couldn't make out the words. My eyes were wide open in the dark. I was facing the wall, and I didn't dare turn over. The whisper came again. A little closer. Then a sound, like something settling, weight shifting slightly on the floor. And then, the closet door creaked. I counted the seconds in my head until the sun came up. I haven't opened the closet since. I just moved out this morning. And before I left, I taped my phone to the ceiling fan to get a wide-angle recording overnight. I just watched it. At 3:12 a.m., the closet door opened. At 3:17, my blanket moved slightly, like something had crawled closer. But the worst part? At 3:18, I heard myself whisper something in my sleep. I said, "I know you're still in here." This happened 3 nights ago, July 28th. I haven't slept properly since. I live in a small duplex. My bedroom is upstairs, and there's this old vent in the floor near my bed that connects to the downstairs ceiling. It doesn't really work anymore, but sound still travels through it. I went to sleep around 11:45 p.m. that night. I remember because I checked the time after I put my phone on the charger. I'd had a long day, and I was out cold within minutes. At exactly 2:41 a.m., I woke up. No reason, no dream, just that weird, sudden alertness, like my body knew something was wrong before I did. At first, I didn't hear anything. The room was dark, the fan was spinning softly above me. But then, from the vent beside my bed, I heard a faint click, like someone tapping metal. I thought maybe it was pipes. Old house, right? I turned on my phone flashlight and aimed it at the vent. Nothing. I rolled over. Then I heard a voice, faint, whispery, coming from the vent. At first, I thought I imagined it. But then I heard it again. Hello. It was soft, childlike, but not quite right. I sat up. My heart was racing. I said nothing. I just stared at the vent. A few seconds later, it spoke again. Louder this time. "Can you hear me?" I didn't answer. The voice giggled. That's when my whole body went cold. It didn't sound natural. It was choppy, like someone trying to mimic laughter. I grabbed my phone, turned on the video recorder, and held it over the vent. I whispered, "Who's there?" Silence. Then, slowly, the voice replied, "You're not supposed to be awake." I jumped back. The floor creaked under me, and I swear I heard a second noise beneath the floorboards, like someone shuffling. I called 911. Cops showed up, searched the whole duplex, even the crawl space under the house. Nothing. No sign of a break-in, no disturbed dust, no footprints, no anything. The officers said it was probably a prank or my imagination. But here's the thing. I played them the video I took. You can barely make out the voice, but it's there. And after I ask, "Who's there?" and before the voice answers, you can hear my own voice, on the recording, whispering, "You're not supposed to be awake." I never said that. This happened back in March, but I still replay it every night before I fall asleep. I live in a small apartment complex, 3rd floor, end unit. Nothing fancy, just a quiet place near campus. That night, March 18th, I stayed up late finishing a paper. I crawled into bed around 1:20 a.m. The wind was howling outside, the kind that rattles your windows a little. I remember that detail because I cracked the window open slightly. I like the cold air when I sleep. At 3:09 a.m., I woke up suddenly. Not startled, just awake. Eyes open, still half on my side. The room was pitch black except for the red glow of my alarm clock. I lay there, trying to figure out what woke me. Then I heard a knock. 3 slow knocks. Tap, tap, tap. Not at the door, at the window. I froze. I don't know how to explain the kind of fear that pins you down like that. My window faces the parking lot. I'm 3 floors up. There's nothing outside it but open air. I stayed still, barely breathing. A few seconds passed. Tap, tap, tap. I wanted to tell myself it was a branch, but there are no trees that high, and besides, it was rhythmic, deliberate. I rolled over just enough to glance at the window. I couldn't see anything, just the reflection of my alarm clock and a faint glint of outside lights. Then something moved, a shift in the reflection, like someone ducking out of sight. I didn't get up. I just lay there, staring at the window, heart pounding. I didn't even reach for my phone. I just waited. Eventually, the knocking stopped, but I didn't sleep again. When the sun came up, I finally got up the nerve to check. I opened the window and leaned out carefully. There's no balcony, no fire escape, just brick wall below my window. But there were marks on the glass. Faint smudges. 3 of them, about eye level, like fingerprints, or knuckles. I cleaned them off without thinking. I don't know why. Panic, maybe. Later that day, I told the building manager. He laughed, said it was probably a bird. But I know what I heard. Last night, I woke up at 3:07 a.m., and I swear I heard something scrape against the glass. I haven't opened the curtains since.